Let's continue on with our blue project. We're just going to take the group head apart here. Let's see, righty tighty. Let's see if how easy this will come off. Let's flip it this way. This is an older one that's been on there a while. Oh, right, there we go. Firm but not brutal. There she goes. I'm going to descale these two. I'm going to descale the heating element after it's in. I think that's just going to be easier, but there's our little pipe. So let's... These are old and rusty too. Let's get these off. We'll do this in a few. Ah, there we go. This is the way I do things. You don't necessarily have to. People probably have other techniques, but yeah, I'm just going to pull those off. Throw those in there. We can clean those up too. And then these, let's see how they'll come out. Oh, there we go. We have to improvise a bit. Aha! Getting a little crazy. But there we go. Spin. They've been in there a long time. A few years anyway. So we're really getting good on this machine. We've had... we've been just doing a bunch of stuff. We were going to go surfing, but it got way too big. It went from no waves to... Oh, there's the mailman. It went from no waves to tons of waves. There's the other one. It's got a little dirt. I have a little cloth here too, just to keep things clean. Let's see what this one's going to come off here. We'll take that little clip off this one. There we go. There it is. Here's our little thing. Let's see if we can get this baby to come out easy. Maybe not. This side's a little cleaner. There we go. Yeah, I just wanted to go the other way. Voila. We got the handle and the little round doohickey. Okay, we're doing really good. And then we're going to pop these off. So we can, which one is it again? There we go. Oh no. Excuse me. There we go. What is that? Number 14. Ding. There's our cap. This could just come off by hand. Voila. Now this part, that's kind of a fancy one I bought, so it has a little Pavoni on it, but it's been in there a while, so I'm going to get this O-ring. I just gouge it because I'm not going to reuse that O-ring. I'm going to redo it. But it might be the hardest part. Sometimes they can be a bear to hook into. But we will do it. This isn't always the most official way to do it. Man, that baby's in there, isn't it? Okay. Flip over when all else fails. Let's put that over there. There we go. I may need to go get a flathead screwdriver for this one even. That's coming though. Let me just see if I can see. Sometimes I just want to gouge into it and get a little hook on it. Then it'll come right out. But I'm going to do it. Let's do it. Be stubborn. Okay, we're going to go get a little flathead, so yeah, hang on. I couldn't find the actual one I wanted, but I brought a little arsenal of items to try to get that out. So that'll be pretty good. We'll get it out with one of these. I even have some forceps. If we can, I never really use these, but if it gets apart, we can hook and come out. And I have my little needle nose. These have been a good little thing. You can even get that little clip with these. That's not going to do it. I have this flat head that I'm going to try to get right under that rim and work it out a little bit. It's an old dry stubborn one. Alright, let's go back to the hooker again one more time. thing's old. There, it's really dry. There we go. Let's push. That's kind of coming up. And that thing's fused in there. If you get this out, it's a lot easier to, push the... Like, you'll never get it to go that way because this is just so tight. I mean, you could slam it with stuff, but I don't think that's a good idea. I think it's better just to be a little patient. There it goes. It's almost bending this little hook. It's really one of the driest ones. A little afternoon neighborhood noise. Oh, I got it. See, I got the little hook, finally got in there. And there it is. Let's pull that out. Neighbors are... Yeah, that one's gone. That's so pliable. It was in there nicely, though. So that's going to be in the trash. And this should come up pretty easy, too. Let's see. That's on there, though. Oh, there we go. Aha! Yeah, it needs a little cleaning, too. And the piston, now they have it like this, it's not going to be hard. There we go. Pull that baby out. Voila. Yeah, she's a little gnarly. Let's get this old gasket off while we're doing this whole thing. That's not too hard. We're not going to save these or nothing. We're going to just... cut. There we go. That's trash too. Let's do this one. There's Mr. Rooster. Well, there we go. Voila. So you kind of broke it so old, but that just makes it easy. You're not going to reuse these things. Well, so they got their use. I'm not sure how long. I probably put those on a long time ago, but there's the piston, pretty dirty. We're going to clean that too. And then the little clip, we'll take that out. I have one of those little tools for it, but sometimes this little needle nose, anyway, sometimes this little needle nose is better. We just got to get it in those two eye groups. Let's see if I can do that here. Get a little light on the subject. There's one in. There's two in. Almost. Let's do it again. Sometimes it's just having enough light to see what's in that darn thing. There we go. A little close. These can be a bear sometimes, but especially if they've been in a long time. Here we go again. Let's try an underneath run. It's right there. It almost came out that time. Ah, got it. There it is. We got a new clip. We're going to get rid of that one. Original washer, that one, yeah, I'll throw it in just because. And then this is easy. It's just the old rubber gasket in the bottom. Just click that with anything, and that goes in the trash. All right, so we're all ready. We'll soak and clean this stuff up here. Throw this other stuff away, but that part was successful. Really good. And this is all just trash. So the only other things I did is I'm going to use the original one, the original rubber bottoms, which was falling apart a little and a little stained, but in pretty good shape. It doesn't have the hole, so I just used a little electrical tape. Nothing fancy, and I just kind of redid the edge up here because some of it was cracking. So that kind of gave it a little bit. So that'll be good. That's what I'm going to use for that. We got our switch. We got our element, which we have a new O-ring for here, but we do have to take out the old one. Maybe we'll do that now since we're demolition. Let's see if we can get that out easy. There it is. All right, that was not hard. Excuse me. Yeah, it's pretty smashed, so we'll be putting a new O-ring on that too. This goes in the trash. And that's the easiest thing in the world. Okay, so that's ready. This is ready. We got a cord ready, all primed to go in. This has most of the wiring then, so we're just going to have to get some male adapters over. That's going to be pretty simple. That's for the cord. And voila. So next time we will be assembling this baby. Everything will be cleaned up. So we did really good today. And yeah, there she is. We might have to tighten that little bottom thing again later. But all right, step one, demolition. Okay, subscribe up and all that, and the neighborhood roosters going off, and yeah, there we go. Demolition number one. Okay, next time we'll probably do complete construction. Cafiza, that's my favorite little cleaner. They're all about the same. We have that stuff down there. We're just going to add some hot water to it, and then we have the other stuff, which we have citric acid in there, and we're going to clean that up with that. So just add a little hot water, and that'll be the last step for today. Okay, clean time, clean.